Can you all see this? You see what it is? What does this look like to you? A stone. Yeah, that's good. Just a stone, right? For me, this is a reminder of my past. It's a reminder of what almost happened. I knew the time for my punishment had come when the authorities came to my house and dragged me out into the streets. And they carried me all the way to the temple. And they threw me on the ground before the teachers of the law and the Pharisees, and the whole crowd gathered there. And I was on the ground and I looked up and I thought, surely this is just a whole bunch of strangers who don't know me. But I saw everyone I had known my whole life. I'd never seen the way they looked that night. I thought surely one of them would come to my rescue. One of them would speak out for me. One would have mercy on me. But I didn't see mercy. I didn't even see pity. They looked at me as though I was some kind of wild beast, a dangerous animal that needed to be killed, and quickly. I could see it in their eyes. It didn't matter that I had been a daughter or a sister or a friend or a neighbor. Not anymore. I was an evil that needed to be purged. And I couldn't blame them, really. I knew what I had done. And at the time, I had my reasons, and they seemed very good at that time. But when I was on the ground, I couldn't think of a single one that really was worth it. So I stopped fighting. I knew I couldn't stop what was going to come next. The one who had caught me in the act would be the first to throw the stone. And then everybody else would pick up theirs and just keep throwing and throwing until it was done. I couldn't watch that. So I closed my eyes. It was the only mercy I was going to get. And I waited. Oh, it was a horrible wait. But then nothing happened. Nothing. All I could hear were the growing murmurs in the crowd, so I opened my eyes again, and I saw the Pharisees talking to this man. And I thought, I don't know him. What's he doing here? Why are they talking to him? What could he be saying to them? But everybody else seemed to know him. Everybody looked to him to see what would happen next. And after he spoke to the crowd, he knelt down on the ground. And I thought, oh, well, that's it. He wants to be the first one to throw a stone. All right. But he didn't pick up a stone. He started writing in the ground, and even though he was close enough to me, I couldn't quite make out what it was he was writing. But whatever it was very upsetting to the Pharisees and the teachers of the law. And they started to yell at him and argue with them. And he just stood up, said something I couldn't hear, and then knelt back down, continuing to write in the ground. Well, that really didn't make them happy. And I thought, oh, great, now they're going to kill this guy too. But they didn't. I watched as every single one of those people who just moments before were ready to end my life leave. Every single one of my would-be executioners, not one stayed. The only one who was left was this man. I didn't even know who he was. But I knew he had just saved my life. Whatever he had done, he had just saved it. And then I don't know if he was reading my thoughts or my face, because he asked, "Ma'am, has no one condemned you?" I said, "No." That's all I could squeak out, because my head was just spinning. What I had received, I did not deserve. And what I deserved, I had not received. Whoever this guy was, why would he care so much about me? Someone that everybody else was ready to throw away. How could I ever repay him? And he said the perfect thing. He said, "Go now and leave your life of sin." And I got up and I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that, all right? I don't want to end up here again. I know not all of us have faced a death sentence. I know that. But I think every single one of us knows what it's like to feel like we're about to be crushed. And I've heard that you've started following him too, right? You've heard of this man? Well, if you know him, I'm sure you're going to experience the same mercy. And I hope when you do, you don't stop sharing it.